Hey guys, welcome to another Horror Stories Daily video. What I am doing with this series of videos is conducting a world tour. I am compiling and telling stories from every country on Earth, starting with Afghanistan and ending with Zimbabwe. So without further ado, let's delve into today's horror stories. And remember, the real monsters may be closer than you think. I'm Aram, a 28-year-old man, recounting a chilling episode from my youth, a tale that has haunted me ever since. It was the summer of 2014, a time when my life was as serene as the placid waters of Lake Sevan. My family resided in a quaint village nestled in the shadows of the Lesser Caucasus in Armenia, a land of rugged mountains and ancient history. A country which nestles in the South Caucasus region of Eurasia, at the crossroads of Western Asia and Eastern Europe, a place where tales of the old and mystical were as common as the stones underfoot. Our village, with its centuries-old traditions, always felt timeless, untouched by the outside world. But that summer, everything changed. It began with whispers, rumors of a figure seen wandering the outskirts of our village, cloaked in the darkness of night. The elders dismissed it as the imagination of the youth, but the air had shifted. A palpable tension hung over us. One evening, curiosity overcame me. I, along with my friend Varden, decided to explore the wooded area beyond our village where the figure had been sighted. The setting sun cast long shadows, and the dense foliage seemed to swallow the light whole. As night fell, the world around us became an unrecognizable labyrinth of shadows and sounds. We hadn't wandered far when we came across a clearing. In its center stood an ancient, gnarled tree, its branches twisted as if in agony. It was here that we saw her, a woman, or so she seemed from a distance. She was facing away from us, her hair long and unkempt. A cold dread settled in my heart, for in our village, the old story spoke of spirits that wandered lost and malevolent. Vardan called out to her, a note of challenge in his voice. She turned slowly, and what we saw froze us in our tracks. Her face, if it could be called that, was a void, an abyss that seemed to pull at the very light. Her eyes, if indeed she had any, were two gleaming spots, like coals in the depth of her shadowed visage. She spoke then, a sound that was not a voice, but a whisper of the wind, a lament that spoke of ages and sorrows beyond our understanding. "Leave, cursed," she whispered, her voice trailing off into the rustle of leaves. We ran. The woods around us seemed alive, hostile, as if we were being herded by unseen forces. When we burst into the clearing where our village lay, it was as if we had emerged into another world. The night felt less oppressive, the air lighter. The next day, we shared our story, but it was met with skepticism. Yet, in the days that followed, the sightings ceased. The tension lifted, and life returned to its old rhythms. But the experience lingered in my memory, a vivid nightmare that refused to fade. Now, years later, I understand that what we encountered was a guardian of sorts, a spectral reminder of the ancient, unseen forces that dwell in the land. Armenia, with its deep history and enduring myths, is a place where the past is never truly gone. And that night, Varden and I brushed against the edge of a world that is older, deeper, and far more mysterious than we could ever comprehend. I was 22, a fresh graduate with a curiosity for the unseen and a penchant for adventure.